Hey guys, what's going on? Cory here from Lean Green Dad, and thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be getting started in just a few minutes, but I wanted to bring you in and say hello. Welcome to the kitchen. This is where we work our magic, obviously. All the fun stuff that we make happens right here in the kitchen. And so I'm just going to make sure everything's good on this side. Here we are, okay? I'm going to be sharing with you 3 phases of a plant-based diet. I'm going to walk you through each phase. I'm going to give you some quick examples. We're going to go for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to go as quick as I can. And I want to show you some examples of the foods that are actually in my house right now. So thank you for tuning in. A couple things. So first, I'd love to know where the heck you're watching from. We're all stuck at home right now, and we know that. But I'd love to know where in the world you're watching from. I am monitoring the comments. I saw Kathy asked when we're starting. Well, we're starting right now, Kathy. So thank you for being here. And then in addition to that, I wanted to also tell you about our Lean Green team, which is a private Facebook group for plant-based parents and folks that are trying to make their way through this plant-based world. So if you're interested in joining, come on over to the Lean Green team. But even more than that, if you're not ready, if you want to just take it easy and you want to just take it step by step for yourself, I got you covered, okay? I'm giving away my full 60-page ebook, okay? It comes with like 5 chapters of information and a ton of different recipes that you can use to get your family started. These are easy recipes that you can start right now with items that are pretty much still left in the grocery store. These are items that people don't think about as their food, okay? Things like beans, if you're lucky to have those in your grocery store right now. Things like plant-based cheeses. Holy cow, nobody's going after those right now, right? But they're there. All right. And I'm going to tell you the ones that taste the best, the ones that I think and my family thinks and my kids think are the absolute best. Okay. So that book is very easy to get. All you have to do is tell me where to send it. So that's coming right here. Okay. Who's saying hi? I see a couple people saying hi. I see Michelle Watt saying hi. Hey, Michelle. You are watching from Southeast Michigan. Okay. A little chilly there. A little chilly. Who is watching from Ontario? Jackie Ralph, about 2 hours outside of Toronto. Awesome. Love it. And welcome. Thank you for being here. So like I said, 3 phases. We're going to get into those phases in about 30 seconds. Okay. But the biggest thing for me is that you are able to have access to the resources that I have, including the free ebook, including the Lean Green team, including recipes you can find over at leangreendad.com, of course. But I want you to know you're supported. Okay. Some people think it's easier than others to start a plant-based diet. And some people just, dang it, they struggle. And so whoever you are, wherever you are in your journey, I'm here to help and I'm happy to do it. All right. So let's get started. I've got my notes over here. So if you see me looking over here, this is what I got. So as I get started, I want to just say a blanket statement. Okay. That blanket statement is, I believe the absolute best way to eat is a whole food plant-based diet. Now, what is a whole food plant-based diet? That is fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, beans, whole grains, okay? That's pretty much it. Now, within those things, I said about 6 different things, right? There's a lot of different foods that you can apply to that. That being said, what I just said is that not everybody's ready to start gung-ho. Not everybody's ready to eat just that. In fact, in the first few weeks, you might be like, what the heck am I supposed to eat? I'm struggling. I'm starving. I don't know what to eat, okay? If that's you, or you know somebody that's in that phase or wants to take the step, but they're like, dang it, I don't know what to eat, pass them along this video. Share this video with them, because I am coming at you completely open, all right? Completely inclusive. I don't want to make you think like I am better than you because I eat a certain thing. That's not the culture we want to create. We want to create a culture that is welcoming, inclusive, and inviting, because people are struggling and they might not want to share that. So this is the safe place to do that. And the Lean Green team that I mentioned, the private Facebook group, we're here to help you, okay? So that blanket statement is just something I wanted to say as I get started, okay? Now, we're going to go into the phases in just a second. If you're ready to get started on phase 1, just hit that like button and let me know. I want to see some hearts. I want to see some likes. And if I see those, I'm going to get going, okay? So thank you for telling me where you're watching from, guys. I see the comments coming in. It's awesome. And I'm so glad that you're here. I know we have a couple people watching right now. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I promise if you stay all the way to the end, I'm going to give you some great recipes and some things you can start applying right now. to really cement this phase 1, 2, and 3 thing. All right. So let's get started. Phase 1 of a plant-based diet is when you're just starting off. You're a busy parent. You're overwhelmed. You're not really sure what to eat. You know you want to eat healthy, but you just don't know how. Okay. So if that sounds like you, then a phase 1 plant-based diet, what I call phase 1, is going to be for you. All right. Now, phase 1 includes obviously no meat, no dairy. Okay. So we're going to cut those things out, but we're going to replace that. All right. So there's some items out there that are not meat that taste pretty darn good. And I'm not lying to you here. These things taste really good. Okay. Now, they're not what I would call health foods, but they're better options than the meat that you would get at the store. Now, right now, it's tough to find meat anywhere. So why not give them a try? Now's the best time. Okay. The things I'm talking about, you might have heard of. Some of the major fast food chains are changing to Beyond Burgers. Okay. Something to think about. Okay. So Beyond Burgers look like this. I've got them right here. Okay. They come in a plastic container and they're frozen, and you just apply those to your grill just like you would any other item. Okay. Beyond Burgers taste great. I love them. I know that is a bit subjective, right? Whether something tastes great or not, but compared to the Impossible Burger, in my opinion, it tastes better. I can put it on a bun. I can toast it up. I can put some melted plant-based cheese on it and absolutely love it. Now, if we're talking about chicken nuggets, right? Most of our kids love chicken nuggets, okay? This is what I would go with, Gardein. Gardein is another, what I would call fake meat brands. Now, what the heck are these made out of? Well, they're made out of soy protein. What is soy? Soy is a plant. Is it processed? Yes, of course. They have to turn it into this. What does processed mean to you? Is that a staple in your family that's massively important to you? If you don't want to have processed food, that's great. Don't do this. Skip to phase 3. But if you do want to give it a shot, okay, this is a great place to start. It is non-GMO verified. It is a plant-based protein, and it's a good place to go for your kids when they're looking for a phase 1 recipe. Again, another thing that I mentioned was Gardein, pizza. If you want to make pizza pockets, okay, these are kind of like a healthier version of a Hot Pocket, okay? So you microwave these 1 minute and 15 seconds, 50%, and you've got a great meal, okay? Now, this is a phase 1 meal, folks. This is sometimes, okay? This is what you eat sometimes. This is not food that I would eat all the time, okay? But I'm not here to tell you you're a bad person for staying in phase 1. It's okay. Because if you're used to eating steak and potatoes, or you're used to going to the McDonald's drive-thru, and I can't do that right now, then taking something like the Gardein chicken fingers or the Gardein pizza pockets or a Beyond Burger is going to be significantly better for you than eating those things that I just mentioned, okay? So also hot dogs, okay? Phase 1. Look, these are plant-based hot dogs. They're called Smart Dogs. You can grill them on the grill just like everything else. Are they going to taste a little bit different? Yes. But if you really analyze what you're eating, okay, in a hot dog, then I'm going to guess you're going to like to eat that a little bit better, okay? You can doll it up with all the best ingredients in the world, okay? Put it on top of it. It's great. I've got a ton of hot dog recipes that you can use that are a great idea, okay? So that's going to be a little bit more of like a phase 1 type of thing, okay? That is your phase 1 diet, all right? If you're going into phase 2. I'm going to get ready to go into phase 2 in just a second here. I see some people tuning in, so I'm going to just say hi real quick. Sandra from South Carolina. Woohoo! Thank you. She says, I appreciate what you're doing. I love that. Heather Ferris. Okay. She says she gets caught up with planning for plant-based. I got you covered. I totally understand what you're talking about. There's a great app that I'm going to recommend to you a little bit later that will help with the planning. And awesome. Heather said she tried one of the things that I showed the other night, and they weren't awful. I'm guessing, Heather, you're not fully plant-based, which is totally okay. And you gave them a shot. Love it. It's probably the only thing left in your grocery store. Okay. Now, are you ready to go into phase 2? Because we're doing it. All right. Here we go. Phase 2 of a plant-based diet. If you're transitioning into phase 2, chances are you're getting your legs under you. You're starting to feel pretty good about a plant-based diet. You're kind of like, hey, I got the hang of this thing. I figured this thing out. I think I'm pretty good. So you're already doing, no meat, no dairy. All right. We didn't talk about dairy for a second, but let's talk about some of the delicious plant-based milks that are out there. Coconut milk. I want you to just comment right now and tell me which one. I'm watching the comments. Comment right now. Tell me which one is your favorite, okay? Coconut milk, rice milk, hemp milk. That's a little iffy, okay? Almond milk, the all-star almond milk, cashew milk, walnut milk. There's so many different milks out there. Now, I know some of you might have nut allergies. If that's the case, try a rice milk, okay? And then the biggest thing is like, oh, sometimes I hear my kids miss chocolate milk. They love chocolate milk. Milk does the body good. What can I do? Well, listen, your kids don't know the difference, okay? And if you give them a chocolate almond milk to start off, I promise you, they're going to love it. My kids call it hot chocolate because I microwave it a little bit for them. It's like instant hot chocolate for them, okay? So go check that out. Those are the awesome milk options that you can have, okay? But back to phase 2, we're going to go ahead and cut out the fake meats, all right? So no more meats in phase 2. Now, I'm not saying you have to live here. Sometimes you could go to phase 2. Sometimes you could go to phase 1. It's a whole day, so you can figure out what you're doing. But if we take away the fake meats, then we're left with 2 things, right, that are not included in phase 3. That would be cheese and oil. Okay, now what? What are you talking about, Cory? Eliminating oil? No, I'm not asking you to eliminate oil yet. I'm asking you to be aware of how much oil is in the products that you're eating, okay? I'm not talking about artisan oil, all right? I'm not talking about the oil like our family consumes every now and then that is a treat, that is harvested at the peak of the season from, another country and sent to us, shipped to us by jet from my friends over at Fresh Pressed Olive Oil. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the oils that are included in the foods that you're already eating that you're not even aware of. Did you know that there is a popular rice brand out there that has microwave rice? Did you know that there's two forms of oil in there? Okay, you don't need that. Who needs oil in their rice? Nobody. All right. So instead, maybe try a boil in the bag rice. Maybe try the rice that takes 45 minutes to make. Of course, I'm talking about brown rice, right? Why is brown rice better than white rice? Well, in short, the protein, the fiber content. But back to what I was talking about, cheese. All right. If you're going to be in phase 2 and you're going to eat cheese and you're going to have oil, all right, here's what I'm going to give you. There's a couple foods that you can eat that are just indulgence. I mean, they're just really good. Okay. The first one is going to be chow cheese. Okay. If you've not tried the chow cheese, this is their chow creamy mac and cheese, mac and chow, as they say. You want to give this a try. It's absolutely delicious. It's creamy. It's good. It's yummy. They also have slices. Now, this is another brand called Follow Your Heart. Okay. So these are Gouda slices. These are things that you would maybe put on a grilled cheese sandwich or something along those lines. Okay. In addition, you have cream cheese. Yes, they have plant-based vegan cream cheese. Does it taste like cream cheese? Yeah, it tastes like cream cheese. It's good. They have vegan sour cream made from tofu. This is a brand called Tofutti. It's absolutely wonderful. Do they have Parmesan cheese? Yeah, Follow Your Heart has Parmesan cheese. Do they have sprinkled mozzarella shreds? Yeah, totally. Daya has that, okay? So there's a lot of different options of things you can do, and I'm just looking down here at some of my phase 2 things. Another thing that I would probably consider phase 1 or phase 2. Phase 1 is meat, but I'm going to call this one phase 2, okay, is cinnamon rolls. Did you know that these are plant-based? I'm going to say vegan, okay? These are vegan, all right, because they're Annie's, they're cinnamon rolls. My kids love these. We have them probably once every 2 weeks. It's something to think about, something to keep in mind, okay? Now, as we slowly transition into phase 3, there's one more thing that you might be wondering about, and that's yogurt, okay? But Cory, I eat Greek yogurt. What's the matter with that? Like, it's really good for me. It's healthy fat. Okay, maybe you're right. I don't really know. I'm not a dietitian, but I do know that it's dairy, and we don't eat dairy if we're trying to do this phase 1, 2, or 3 diet, okay? But there's some stuff out there like this. This is Ripple, okay? This is a creamy, they call it a yogurt alternative. You can't call it yogurt. Just like dairy-free ice cream, you can't call it ice cream. It's not ice cream, all right? It is a dairy-free frozen dessert. Watch, go look at it next time you see it, okay? So there's tons of stuff you can try. So that is phase 2. That is a phase 2 diet for a plant-based journey, all right? Now, there's a couple people on here that said they would try coconut milk, Heather said that she would do, Michelle said she tried almond milk. I've only tried almond milk, okay? Jackie says coconut milk. Best Hour says sounds yummy to all of it. Let's see. Someone says they use almond, coconut, and oat milk. Wonderful. Rob says, hey, great stuff. That must have been one of the products I showed. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. Hey, Chris McClinton. Heather Ferris says Ripple is legit. And Chris also says he loves Ripple. Great brand, good stuff. I'm not a huge fan of their milk, but I do like their yogurts. So good stuff. All right. It's time to move into phase 3. And then we're done. I'm going to give you a few foods that you can eat and keep on going. A couple recipes, okay? So phase 3 of a plant-based diet has to do with eating a whole food plant-based diet. What are we talking about? We're talking about fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, beans, corn, quinoa. Did I say beans? Yes, I did. All right. Tofu is also going to be a wonderful whole food alternative. Okay. So when you talk about all of those things, potatoes, we didn't even think about potatoes. That's another thing. Okay. There's a lot of foods that you can eat within that. So I'm going to share a couple of those. All right. Look at this. What is this stuff? It's not only just lettuce. All right. It's romaine lettuce. And this romaine lettuce will make a perfect salad for you. Now, I know all vegans and plant-based people, people think all we eat is salad, all right? But we don't. We eat awesome, awesome things. I want to show you a grain. This is a super grain. You've heard of it. You probably just don't know how to pronounce it all the way. What is this? Anybody know? Leave me a comment. Let me know what it is. It's quinoa. Okay, quinoa. This goes back for a long time in civilization, okay? It is wonderful for protein, carbs, fiber, absolutely wonderful. Sometimes my kids will eat just this and they're satisfied. They don't even care about anything else on the plate. And that's okay because it's a complete food. Absolutely wonderful. All right. We're talking about oatmeal. You know what? I'm going to go to my pantry for a second and I'm going to grab some oatmeal. And the oatmeal that I'm talking about is right here. Okay. This is Quaker oats. These are old-fashioned Quaker oats. All right. They look like this, folks. You make them by microwaving them. It's easy. And what do you throw on top of them when you're in a phase 3 diet? All right. Just think about breakfast. If you just think about breakfast and staying in phase 3, okay, you've got the Quaker oats, oatmeal. You microwave that for maybe a minute and 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. After that, it's going to be too hot for you to eat. So what do you put in it? Some frozen blueberries, maybe some frozen strawberries. All right, there's lots of things that you can put in it to cool it off. Maybe some plant-based milk. I use this one, coconut milk, unsweetened, because it's all good to go. I'm going to sweeten it myself. What am I going to sweeten it with? Maple syrup. And no, not the stuff that's like original syrup, right, at the store. No. Not stuff with marketing on the front that's trying to get me to buy it because of the pretty colors. No, 100% pure maple syrup. And I got this at the bulk food store. It was relatively cheap compared to what I see in the supermarket, okay? So all of the things that I just showed you were phase 3, all right? In addition to the stuff that you add on top of your oatmeal, you could add a handful of cashews. You could add raisins. You could cut up some dates. You could make a banana, cut it into 4s and just dice it up and throw it on top. But even if you just start your morning off with a healthy bowl of oatmeal, staying in the phase 3, think about it this way. For lunch, you could maybe go down to phase 2, have some chow mac and cheese, okay? And maybe for phase 3, meal number 3, dinner, maybe you want to try a Beyond Burger. You know what? I'm going to make a cheesy, awesome cheeseburger with some air-fried French fries, and I'm going to make it in my air fryer, and it's going to be epic, right? That is a meal that will fill you up and make you feel great, okay? So we talked about all these different things. What kind of beans are we eating? We've got black beans. There's red kidney beans. There's great northern beans. There's all different kinds of beans, guys. There's refried beans. My gosh, there's tons of different kinds of things that you can put into a quesadilla. A quesadilla is a great thing that you can eat in phase 3 and make you feel great. A burrito is great. Sweet potatoes, we love those too. There's so many different foods that you can eat in phase 3. And honestly, if you go check out the book is in the comments. Just scroll up. I think it's one of the first few comments. Go get my free ebook, guys. It's over 60 pages of resources, information, expanding more on what I'm talking about here. And of course, we've got our Lean Green team over in Facebook. The Lean Green team is just a private community of plant-based parents, plant-based folks starting off. And no matter where you're at on your journey to a plant-based diet, there is no right, okay? There's only what's right for you and what you and your family set as your standards and your things to stand by, your rules, okay? So my daughter just walked by and gave me a thumbs up, which I love. You want to say hi off camera? Sure. Just say hi. Hi. I don't think you're wearing shorts right now. Okay, you are. All right, good, great. Her shirt was just a little long. Oh my goodness. All right, this is real life, guys. And listen, I just want to say, I know that it's really hard right now for all of us to be stuck at home. But I really appreciate you taking a moment. I know that James said microwaving destroys all the food value. Actually, James, I would love to see a scientific study that proves that, because I've never actually proven that. And there was a study by Harvard that was done just a couple of years ago that said the most dangerous thing about the microwave was that it could accidentally fall on you and kill you and come out of the wall. Now, listen, that's controversial, and I totally understand. But unless we have like some scientific data to back that up, I would love to hear it. So please hook me up with that. Chris McClinton says, holy cow, Chris McClinton says lentils. Lentils are great. Chickpeas are great too. So yeah, lots of good stuff. People love quinoa, which is awesome. Pretty killer. And yeah, it's good stuff. So listen, guys, I can't thank you enough for tuning in. Every now and then we will be popping on every Thursday at around 3 o'clock Eastern to provide some value to you and your family. I can't thank you enough for letting me come on the channel, say hello, and I really look forward to hanging out. We've got some great recipes in the ebook. Again, guys, go check out that first few comments. It's a link right there. You can jump in, just tell me where to send it. I'll be happy to send it your way. And I will see you next time, Thursday, 3 o'clock Eastern. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye.